Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Now and Then Some podcast with Robin and Kaley. I'm your host, Robin.
And I'm your other host, Kaley.
And here we talk about everything from now and then.
And then some.
That's right. And what are we talking about this week, Blondie?
I am blonde.
We didn't really talk about it last week.
No, that was my first week as a true blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a fake true blonde.
Yeah.
But yeah, my hair's blonde.
I love it.
Do you love it?
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten some really good reactions from some people and some people that haven't noticed.
How do you not know?
Which I'm like, this is kind of a drastic.
It's very drastic.
I mean, my hair was back to mousy brown.
Are those people that have known you for a while, so they just associate you with being blonde? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I feel good about it. I feel like it makes me look even more tan, which is funny because I probably don't need to look any more tan.
It was possible.
Yeah. Guys, and I got to ask this. I think it was it on the bachelorette party? I don't know, which I'm going to dive deep into in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But I got asked, like, no, it was the bachelorette party. Is that a fake tan? And I was like, no.
That reminds me, I should do a little self-tanner before this weekend.
Which, let me say, no judgment.
Yeah.
But like, your girl has never once done a fake tan. No self-tan. I've never done a self-tanner. I've never done a tanning bed. I've never done it. Spray tan. Nothing, Robin.
Yeah, you don't need to.
No, I get color really quick and I love the sun.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is my real color.
How dare you?
But again, no offense to the people that need to do it and want to do it.
Yeah. Speaking of blonde, I have a fresh cut and a little fresh zhuzh. Because the other day, I was in the shower.
Robin, when she told me this, I was like, how does this happen?
So my cleaning lady came. And, she cleans the shower. She removes the things and cleans and then puts the things back.
Yep.
Well, my conditioner is, I want to say Bondi Beach, or it's like a, like we were talking about the tiers. It's like a middle tier.
Middle tier. Mm-hmm.
Purple conditioner. I have a purple shampoo and a purple conditioner for the brassiness of it all. And it's a pump. It's a white square-shaped bottle with a skinny little pump off the top.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go to pump my purple conditioner. Mind you, when I was a brunette, I like to be more of a purpley brunette. So I go to pump that. I see it's purple. Fine. Put it kind of in the bottom, kind of go around the top. Doing this for about 5 seconds. I look at my hand, and it takes me a second to register that that's a different kind of purple.
It's like dyeing your hand at this point.
Mm-hmm. The color was Merlot.
Robin was literally putting Merlot.
It is a color depositing conditioner that I used to put on top of my brown hair to make it pop.
Wow.
She put that I'm like, did she punk me? It's like I pranked myself from a 90s movie.
But it was in your shower before.
It was, but it wasn't right there.
It wasn't in your spot.
No.
Got it.
And maybe it would have been in the same spot over here, but
not in the spot you knew in your brain.
The exact spot on top of like a little body scrub thing. Like that's where it is. So like it's an exact swapperoonie, same exact bottle.
Well, then that definitely, she thought she was putting it back in its exact spot.
For sure. Same exact bottle shape, a little bit of a different pump, but not enough to notice when you're just going autopilot. Right. And I'm like, oh no. On my very freshly blonde hair.
Robin's putting Merlot conditioner.
So I screamed because I knew that we had this little travel size bottle of the Way clarifying shampoo. And I knew exactly where it was.
The detox shampoo.
I knew exactly where it was. Right outside of the bathroom on the little shelf there.
Mm-hmm.
I brought it up from upstairs. So I knew exactly where it was. So I'm like, Sawyer!
Hurry!
And I'm rinsing Sawyer! So I washed my hair 5 times.
Oh.
The 5th time I used bar soap.
In your hair?
Yes, because I knew it would.
Are you supposed to do that?
Well, I knew that it would strip it. So then afterward, I used this treatment that my lovely hairstylist, Kim, had gifted me. And
bless you, Kim.
I used it, in a lot of ways. I used it, and then I let it sit while I took Sawyer and her little friend to get our pedicures done, which people were wiling out at the nail salon. Oh, my God, what is wrong with people?
You just kind of never know what you're going to get.
It was that same nail salon.
Yeah.
It was like, is Mercury in Gatorade?
Oh, yeah.
That's a reference to Vanderpump Rules. I actually know it's retrograde, but I don't think it is. People were just acting a fool. Anyway, and there was a leak, water all over the floor. Oh my gosh. Whenever we got in the car afterward, I was like, girls, what the? And they were like, what the?
What kind of experience was this?
We had a lovely time, but everyone else seemed very just on edge,
Like
perturbed.
full moon behavior?
Yes. So I left it on that whole time. And then at night, I was going to sleep in the second step, which is a serum. And I put my little shower cap on. You know how serums are?
Yeah.
They're kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Kept feeling it dripping down my neck. I was like, I don't need this on my pillow. So I rinsed it out and it was fine. But it just looked really dull. So I actually went and got it. She got it all out for me yesterday and did a toner. Gave me a cut. Next time I go, I think I'll do another like full round of highlights. But
it does look very fresh. Like poppy in
she
a good way.
Rooted the roots a little bit.
Yeah, no,
so I like it. It's just like
she had to fix her Merlot.
I mean, I got it out pretty well.
No, you did.
Like it didn't look purple by any means, but it just looked sad.
I saw you on camera and I was thinking in my head, why does her hair look so dark? And then I was like, no, it must just be dirty and the lighting must be bad. But I definitely noticed, but it didn't look purple. It just looked
drab, dull
and darker than because you had just gotten highlights with me, so I was very confused seeing you. I was thinking in my head,
I think it was the same day that I went, or maybe the next day. Like I hadn't washed my hair.
It was the next day.
So
it's fixed,
like,
though. It's fixed.
Sawyer was like, "Why is that even in here?" I'm like, "I don't know, whatever."
Yeah.
I have all kinds of colors in my shower.
I got a lot of shit in my shower.
So it is now residing underneath my cabinet. Bless my hairstylist. She was able to get me in yesterday. And it was lovely. The reason, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. The reason that she was able to get me in is because, and she told me this story. And a similar thing happened to my friend Bethany with a different thing. But she had her like father-in-law, somebody in her family was helping her break down boxes. And she's like, yeah, all those boxes over there, got to break down, take them out.
Okay.
She had ordered $2,000 worth of hair extensions. And a lot of her appointments that were this week were for those clients that she had ordered the hair for.
Okay.
The hair got thrown out.
When they were breaking down the boxes?
Yeah. I said, how? And she said she thinks it was like a really flat pack type of a box. And so they didn't even think.
Fold them up and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
they
you're
didn't
moving.
even notice.
Yeah.
It looked like it had already been broken down.
Oh, no.
2,000. And it was like gone. Like there was nothing they could do at that point. So yeah, she had to cancel a bunch of appointments.
So you took the slot.
I took the slot. Thanks, Kim.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Same thing happened with Bethany over Christmas. It was skincare that she had gotten as Christmas presents for people.
Brutal.
And it got accidentally thrown away. It's just like, that's money. And not only did she lose the money that she spent on the hair, but the money that she would have made for the appointments. Yeah. Bless it. So y'all check your trash.
Yeah.
Just check it.
Brutal.
Check it and double check it.
Brutal.
You don't want to be digging through the dump.
No.
Did you ever go to the dump with your dad whenever you were a kid?
No, not once. Can't say that I did.
I did a couple times. Do people still go to the dump?
Robin, I've never even been to a dump, so I have no idea.
We just go find a rogue dumpster behind a Walmart.
That's what I'm saying.
Like we got to get.
We
literally propped up a mattress once before we had kids. We needed to get a new mattress, and we were driving around, and this thing was flopping around in the back, and we just pulled it behind a Walmart and just set that shit up against the wall.
People set that shit on the street.
It's illegal.
I will say this: we
were scared.
My dad had worked at the plant. Still works at the plant my whole life. So they have big old dumpsters out there. So anything, Dad would just take trash, whatever, out to the plant.
It was a whole to-do. My dad's like, we're going to the dump. I only went with him maybe once, and I was like, never again.
Couldn't even tell you where the closest dump is to my parents' house.
It's a terrible name for a place. Can't you call it like the trash piling facility?
No, it should be called the dump because it's nasty.
The earth ruining place.
With earth ruining, interesting. We'll tie into our and then.
True.
Oh, I said R because we're going to share this. I'll explain.
All right.
Okay, anyway.
That was my very long tangent as an intro.
Thank you for the tangent. Your hair looks great.
Thank you. So does yours.
Thank you. Okay, so I have to talk about the Bachelorette weekend. Weekend recap. So it finally came and went, and it was amazing. So we had my cousin Michaela's bachelorette party weekend. I decked out the joint. We had yeehaw batches and balloons.
Nice.
We had Let's Go Girls bags for everyone, pink cowboy hats for everyone. Thank God Mom and Sis were able to take a half day and meet me there early to set up before my cousins Michaela, Madeline, and their mom, Aunt Ev, and Mitch's mom, the groom's mom, Maura, she flew in.
That's nice of y'all to include her.
Yes. So it was 3 moms. So my mom, Aunt Ev, and Mara. And then it was Michaela, Madeline, my 2 cousins, and me and sis.
Nice.
So it was just like a small, nice little group, and it was just amazing. Anyway,
Lovely.
decked out the joint.
Yeah.
In the Airbnb, you just never know when you show up. Like,
Oh, yeah. Could be a tiny home.
yes. It was an interesting setup, but it worked. We made it work. The pool was nice. We did that all day Saturday, but
Perfect.
so everyone kind of arrives Thursday. They're so, in awe of all the decorations. And like they had never been to a bachelorette party before, so they didn't know like what to expect. And of course,
babies.
if I'm doing it, yeah. Well, I mean, Michaela's 26, so she's not that much of a baby.
Yeah.
But Maddie's 22.
Right.
And Aunt Ev was like, I never really been to we just went on a night out. My parents are always like, we had like one night out. We didn't do like a whole debacle. I'm like, that's not how it goes these days.
Now that you say that.
What'd you do for yours?
Oh, we went to
Before
Vegas.
I go in my.
We had a joint one.
Oh, fun. Yeah. So Maddie's 22. So she's never been on one. And, our parents back in the day, they
didn't do it up like
did
this.
like one night out. So they didn't know what to expect.
They probably just like went out to the bars.
No, literally.
They didn't do trips or anything.
No.
That's so funny.
So of course, if I'm planning it, we're going all out.
We have made everything like in the last
extra.
Yes, everything.
We are extra.
Like think about
my mom calls me that all. She's like, y'all are so extra. With
we
our,
are
with our showers, with our bachelorette parties, with our everything.
Everything. I mean. I know I'm derailing this left and right, but think about like the prom proposals that people do nowadays to ask people to prom. We did not do that.
What did y'all do?
Walked up to each other in the hallway and said, will you go to prom with me?
Okay, so this is what.
Or on the phone.
I'll tell you what.
Or on the phone, like you would hear that someone was going to ask you and you basically had to like pry it out and be like, that was it.
So I feel like for me, we're going to get to this bachelorette party, I swear. But
we're taking the long way.
Yeah, but I feel like all my dances were very like just ask whatever, except for prom. My boyfriend at the time did. He put a thing in the newspaper. Oh,
like the real newspaper?
Yeah. And it's
okay.
It said, Kaley, will you go to prom with me?
Like an ad?
Yeah, like a little, like
square. Yeah,
like a little square with like cute font.
Was he like a unique situation, or was that like kind of the?
I mean, we had been dating for a couple years.
But did other people do similar gestures?
Sure, I guess. I can't remember anyone else
you might
putting
have been
an ad.
The birth of the prom-posal.
I was like, I don't remember anyone else putting an ad. I remember people like painting their car, like they'd go out to the car after school and they had car paint.
That's the beginning of the prom-posal because I'm 8 years older than you and nobody did anything remotely close to that.
And mine was a little ad in the newspaper and I
that's so sweet.
Went into school one morning and I sat at my like little desk and the paper was open and they're like, the whole class knew and I'm like not waiting, looking at it until I noticed
You're like,
it.
why is this freaking newspaper here?
And then I was like,
it's like you're reading the paper over your morning coffee.
Right. But I did eventually notice it on my own.
Ooh, that's a good end. Then I'm gonna the funnies.
Oh,
another time.
Another time. Okay, can I go on with this bachelorette party?
Please.
Okay. So they all arrive. Yay. And then I'm like, Michaela, wait. One more surprise for you. And then I go in the fridge and I get out this big box. Okay, funny story. Shout out Patrice or Patricekins as I like to call her.
Shout out Patricekins.
We love you. I asked her to make me a penis cake.
Yeah.
Because bakeries won't make you phallic shaped cakes nowadays. It's inappropriate.
What a missed opportunity.
No, literally I called several and they
won't
do it.
That's crazy to me.
Like, take my money.
What harmless.
Here's my card.
What a harmless thing.
It's like, it's for a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I'm 30 years old.
And you could charge
I want a penis cake.
an arm and a leg and some other appendage.
Yes.
For that.
Yes. Literally.
People would pay it.
Literally. Well, I couldn't find anyone. So I was like, Patrice, can you make me a penis cake? And she's like, yeah, of course I can. I'm like, okay, cool.
And she's like the most wholesome.
I know. And I'm like, please make me a phallic shaped cake. Okay. And it was so funny because I went to the office for a half day before I went to the bachelorette party. So I was like, Patrice, can you just bring it to the office? And I'm like, but please put it in a box where no one can know what it is.
Tape that shit up. No label on the outside.
Exactly. So she's texting
That'd be funny
me.
if she just like sent you a picture like, is this good? And had like a fake box that she like Sharpied like penis cake inside. Do not shake.
Oh my God. So she's texting me like the night before when she's making it. And she's like, or a couple days before, and she's like, okay, details. Do you want like a pretty penis or do you want it to look like realistic? And I'm like, ew, let's go pretty penis, please.
No veins.
Yeah, no vein. Like I was like, let's just go very pretty penis. Also, the moms are on this trip.
Right.
The groom's mom,
a cute one.
The groom's mom who I've met one time, who's very wholesome and sweet and lovely.
Sure.
And I'm thinking, no, we're going to go cute, pretty penis cake. And she's like, what do you want for the filling? And then she goes, I can't believe I just asked this question. And I'm like, we'll take a vanilla bean curd. Thank you. We were cracking up at our conversation.
You could take that in so many directions.
Yes.
There's really only one right answer.
Yeah, right. I was like, and she goes,
what are you going to go like strawberry?
She goes,
he needs to see a doctor.
She goes, well, that makes sense. And I said, yep. And then, okay.
Literally, you can't go chocolate
and
for
she's
the
like,
filling.
Then she goes, how many servings? And then she goes, I don't even want to ask that question. I mean, it was like one after the other. We were cracking up. Anyway, she brings it to the office and this white box where you can't see anything.
I'm flustered. You let me know when we should put the picture here.
Yes.
Wait, will we get banned? Will we get blocked?
No, we'll be fine.
Should I do a slight blur?
Sure. I don't think you need to. It's very pretty. It's very not.
So pretty.
It wouldn't be offensive to any, I feel.
Can we talk about the baby's breath?
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I was saying. Hold on. So she brings this penis cake to the office and it is in a big white box and it just says Kaley McKee on it. And I'm just thinking, oh God, my name's on it. Like if someone does open it up, they know the penis cake belongs to me. You know what I mean?
I don't think anyone would have cared, but yeah.
I'm just saying.
Fair.
No one opened it up except, I showed y'all, of course, and everyone loves it. I open it up and
I need to remind
there's
myself.
Baby's breath as the pubic hair.
I sent it to my girlfriend.
I mean, it is the most beautiful penis and beautiful penis cake I've ever seen in my life. But the baby's breath,
so good.
It's supposed to be the pubic hair.
So she was like, I got to give it a little delicate touch.
No, I mean, literally, Patrice crushed. It is the most beautiful penis I've ever seen in my entire life.
So good.
By far, the most beautiful penis.
It's so good.
It's so good. Robin will put a picture. And I took the cutest picture of my cousin with this penis cake. And she just looks darling in her little white PJs and this beautiful penis cake in front of her.
I love how someone goes, who knew they could be pretty?
I mean, literally, I say this again, the most beautiful penis I've ever seen. Anyway, it was delicious as well. We ate it a couple days of the trip. Anyway, so now let me go through the weekend. So Thursday night we played Bachelorette Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
I went all out and got the big trifold poster board. It was a hit. Everyone loved it. Then Friday was like our busy winery day. So we had brunch at Rathskeller, which used to be like an old like morgue. It's very interesting. It's like a German place and then you go underground to eat.
Cool.
It's very cool. So we had delicious brunch. Had a little eggs benny.
God, I haven't had an eggs benny in a minute.
I
used to eat that all the time.
I love it. It was so good. So then we bebopped around the winery. So we went to Williams Chris, Senor. I mean, it was a perfect sunny day, but not like ridiculously hot.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to Brooks Bubble Bar.
Oh, nice.
And I am so freaking pumped. It's the best vibe, the all pink bar.
Do you have to make a reservation or something?
Yes, you have to book either bar seating or couch seating. So
Will they let you like go up and try to sit at the bar or it's not like that?
Oh, no, you're not getting in unless you make a reservation.
Oh, okay. Good
It's
to know.
not like one of those.
Good to know.
That shit is booked out.
Got it.
Yeah. And so we had bar seating. So we're all around the bar. And I mean, it's a vibe. We're jamming. I'm like, get her another shot because I'm sitting next to Michaela, poor thing. But the thing about Brooks is their shots are like vodka and lemonade. Like it's very like mixed shots. Like they're not like a hard liquor place. Like they have hard liquor, but they only serve their pink drinks. Like I drank frosé the whole time.
Like you can't just order whatever you want.
No. They have
good-
like pink margaritas.
That's a good model.
They have a pink beer. Like they have pink everything, but you don't just go in and order whatever you want. It's not one of those places. So when you say a shot, it's like a half pink lemonade and vodka.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, get her another one. They didn't charge me for one. I think I bought Michaela I got Michaela 4 of the pink lemonade shots while we were in there. But they still, I could see her. I could see her feeling it.
Fun.
Yeah.
We were loosey-goosey.
We were all just in it. We all did one together. We're jamming. Then they play Love Story by Taylor Swift.
Oh, perfect.
And I am, at this point, we've been there for a while, and I am like, I'm getting down on one knee. I'm acting this thing out.
That is so
Shout
funny.
out to my friend Kaley, because there's a video that she'll never live down that was on the internet, might still be on the internet, of her when we were in 9th grade doing this full proposal dance to Love Story. So I decided I'm going to do it to Michaela in the middle of the bar.
Nice.
Well, everyone's videoing me. My mom, so I'm on my knee, like proposing to Michaela. My mom is behind me trying to, I made fat heads of Mitch, the groom.
Uh-huh.
My mom is like trying to put the fat head over me so it looks like Mitch is proposing to me.
Sure.
But all she's doing is moving my cowboy hat down. So, Robin, I'm blindly proposing and I keep pushing it up and I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, what is my mom doing behind me? Because it's just my cowboy hat. You'll see in the video, or if y'all have seen my TikTok, I posted of it. And also so did Brooks. We made their TikTok.
Nice.
Our whole group did, and then the proposal did.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see me literally fighting
like,
my mother. Mom, what are you doing? She had no idea what she was doing.
Yeah.
And I'm fighting for my life down there.
So funny.
Anyway, so we did the whole proposal, and it was
interesting because at Bethany's Bachelorette, we went to a karaoke bar and we, without telling Bethany, put her name to go up and sing Love Story by Taylor Swift. And she did.
Yep.
She did great. She was like, no. And we're like, you're doing
it. Yeah, no, I just acted it out completely to Michaela.
So
and it was
funny.
So fun. So we had, here's the other thing about Brooks. You only get your time slot and then they scoot you out.
This business model is great.
They didn't scoot us out because we were the vibe of the whole bar.
The life of the party.
Rita, my bartender lady, she came up to me. Her shift.
Shout out Rita.
Yeah, shout out Rita. Her shift ended, right? And she came over to me on the outside of the bar and she was like, you are bringing the whole vibe in this bar. Y'all don't leave. Y'all stay in part. I mean, people are getting pushed out around us.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, y'all 7.
Nice.
Y'all holding it down.
Nice.
Because the first time I went, we got kicked out. I mean, we were still vibing then, but they were like, hey, your time's up. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Next shift.
You kicked it up a notch.
Yeah. This time they were like, nah, y'all stay. And so we stayed extra long.
Fun.
In Brooks. They didn't kick us out. Rita's like, y'all are the vibe. I'm like, thanks.
We know.
Yep. And so Brooks was awesome. Then we hit the Velvet Lounge for karaoke.
Nice.
And everyone's feeling great at this point. We've been to 4 wineries. We've been to Brooks Bubble Bar.
Yep.
We had delicious pizza and snacks and charcuterie throughout the day. So we go to the Velvet Lounge and I'm ready to sing. Like, I'm like, get me up on that stage.
Give me this mic.
Yep. So without even a discussion, I go straight to the sign up and I signed me and Sis and Maddie and Michaela up for Goodbye Earl by the Dixie Chicks.
That's my go-to.
Oh my God. We crushed. I didn't need the screen. Put down the screen. I don't need the words.
Have I told the mic drop story from Bethany?
Yes. On here.
It's just, it looked just like that, Mike.
Yep. So we crushed Goodbye Earl.
Such a good one.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's just long. Like, it's so short.
It's quick.
It has the...
Everyone's in it.
Yes.
So then my Aunt Evelyn, when I was little, Honey, I'm Home by Shania Twain, I used to sing it as a little kid constantly. So my Aunt Evelyn went up there and signed me up for it without even telling me. She's like, this song makes me think of you. So she goes and signs me up.
Shania.
Yep. So I went up there and sang Honey, I'm Home, but Sis went with me and I made her at least stand up there. She knew it. So me and Sis sang Honey, I'm Home.
Love it.
Then me and Sis sang Redneck Woman by Gretchen Wilson. Oh, the whole bar.
We talked about that, right?
What?
We talked about this song.
I'm a redneck woman. I ain't no high class broad.
Yeah.
I
remember being like,
my raisin. I say, hell yeah, and yeehaw.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
The whole crowd was in it. So we did Redneck Woman.
I don't like it when people get up and they do some obscure song that they know really well and they want to show off and everyone's like,
yeah, no. The vibes were high.
You gotta make it
you gotta pick something.
Sing along, even if it's a slow song.
Even if it's Picture by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow, everyone knows that.
That they can like emote.
Yes. It was wonderful. And then this this bride and her friend were up there and they sang Man, I Feel Like a Woman. They brought Michaela up because, I had her decked
Cute.
out in the white cowboy hat and the
Yeah.
sash.
Oh, y'all looked so cute.
Thank you. So they brought Michaela up and all the brides, like there was like 3 or 4 brides in the house. They sang Man, I Feel Like a Woman. It was really cute.
Fun.
And then at the very end, me, sis, all of us, why am I going to name everyone? We all went up there and sang Dancing Queen.
Cute.
Yeah. And that was like our last song.
We have not
What?
done Watch It Weirdo.
In like,
I
weeks.
watched it, Weirdo, and I took notes. Let's do it next week.
Okay, deal.
50.
Oh my God, is next week 50?
Mm-hmm. Let's do our Watch It Weirdo. I don't need to rewatch it. I remember it very
I'm going to
vividly,
watch
but
it. I'll watch yours this weekend.
You haven't watched it?
You have to be in the right mindset, and I just haven't been in that mindset to get all serious and sad. I do it this weekend, though.
No pressure. I
Oh.
feel like, why don't you wait for rain?
Okay.
I think that's the vibe.
We'll see how I feel this weekend, but if I feel like it, I'll watch it. If not, I'll wait for the rain. How's
Okay.
that?
It's been like 5 weeks.
Robin, we haven't talked about
I honestly
it.
just I keep forgetting.
I have too much going on,
I mean, I actually watched yours. My whole family watched it. And I have
That's because it's
detailed
Mamma Mia.
notes. Yeah, I have detailed notes, but yeah, anyway.
Anyway, we sang Dancing Queen. It was lovely. I bought a pickle shot for me, sis, Michaela, and Mads. It was that artificial.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I looked over and sis is like.
You know what's crazy is that shit's got to be more expensive than a jar of pickles.
Okay, so then.
I like those frozen ones. You ever get those, the pickle pops?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Anyway, so great night. Just great day, great night. Friday was a vibe and a half.
Sounds good. I was transported.
Yes, I love it. And then Saturday, we hung out in the pool all day. And I said, I'm going to make us some real pickle shots because I did the grocery shopping on my way into town. And I get the Vlasic. I may have talked about this on our pickle episode. The Vlasic Purely pickle, where it's not all the artificial shit in it.
Yeah, it's like 3 ingredients.
It's like the pure
Yeah.
pickle juice. So that's what I bought at the store. So I had that and a Tito's, and I had the little boot shot glasses, and I said, everyone's taking one. And I said, Aunt Ev, I'll make yours just 20% vodka, but everyone's taking one.
But everyone liked pickles.
Yes.
You know what we should do for a TikTok is like a pickle juice tasting.
And what, try to tell the brand?
Or maybe.
You know how they do like the
Yeah.
soda or like the water brands?
Yeah,
and everyone
yeah.
thinks they know the
Or
difference?
like rating, like this one has a little bit of that. I give it a blah, blah, blah. That'd be fun.
Okay, let's do
I
that.
just fucking love pickles. I'm like, give me all the pickles.
Any excuse to eat more pickle and drink more pickle.
Yeah.
So I made everyone a real one, and everyone was like, "Oh, this was so much better." Because the night before, Robin, it was one of the worst I've ever taken in my life.
Yeah.
It was that bad. I looked around and I felt bad for buying it.
I wonder if it was
and
like
it was
old.
like it was like this big, like in the big glass. It was like a drink, and it was awful.
No, pickle shots need to be within the
And it was warm.
standard.
It was warm.
No.
It was warm.
If I picked that up and noticed it was warm, I would have said, "Excuse me, let's pour all of these back in the shaker. We are chilling this."
And that, my friends, is the difference between Robin and I. Because I literally just went, okay. and handed it
no
out.
warm vodka. B, I'm the chick who takes the pickle at the movie theater and puts it in ice. Warm pickle juice and warm vodka.
No, and warm, not real pickle juice. Let's just be very clear here.
No wonder sis went,
Oh, it was. Ew.
you couldn't pay me. Well, you could.
Probably not that much.
I'll take a cool
Well,
hundo.
I did it. I paid to do it. So
I'll do it for a hundo.
there you go. So then Saturday we had the real pickle shots and we just hung out in the pool and we got dinner from where the rehearsal dinner is going to be, which is this Italian, like family Italian place. And so freaking good.
Fuck me up with some Italian
I'm telling you, it was so good.
I think it's my favorite cuisine.
So then I also practiced doing some hair because I'm going to do some hair and makeup on the day of the wedding.
And you're going to do mine on Saturday for my high school reunion?
And I'm going to do yours on Saturday. I should be able to.
Okay.
I don't see why I wouldn't be able
I'm
to.
very excited about it.
Great.
I've never done my makeup in 5 years.
No, you never asked me to, though.
Well.
She's asking me now. But I am going to do makeup on the day of the wedding. And hair. And so I practiced a couple different styles on the moms and on the bride.
How many people are we talking?
So it's 6 bridesmaids, including myself.
And have you
The bride.
thought about
and
the
the-
timing of doing all this?
And
Because
the 2 moms. Yeah, I know.
I can help.
Sis, Robin's
I did the makeup and hair for my own wedding.
Robin's like, get me to this wedding.
I know how to do makeup and I know how to do updos and hair and curling and all the different looks. I did my cousin's hair and makeup for her wedding. There's some other things I could name right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm qualified is all I'm saying. That sounds like a lot.
So sis is also qualified to do the hair. So she's pretty much going to be curling while I'm styling and doing makeup. And also I haven't told everyone this, but once we get the group text going, I'm going to be like, y'all bring your own base. Like I got y'all on the stuff that like makes a difference in pictures as far as like the baking and the contour and the eyeshadow.
Tell them which primer to get so that they prime their face, they let it sit for a while. Like give them advice around like
there's no sitting for a while, Robin. We're going to be moving and grooving. Like
at least let your primer sit for a minute.
Yeah.
Like we want the elf grippy, like you need like some good primer.
Tacky. Need some tacky primer.
Yeah, and be like if you're oily, like that will make your life so much easier. If you just have this perfect little canvas.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to practice before the wedding. I feel good about it though. Like
I'm not worried.
I'm really good at makeup. And I practice hair that weekend and I've done it before for other weddings. So I'm not too stressed about it.
Seems like a lot day.
I'm also going to make a schedule. So it's like get in there at 7.
You 100% did because
Abby, you're up first.
At Bethany's, I ended up doing people's hair. She had one makeup artist come and she just took way too long in the front and then it all got squished and then we were like late to take pictures. It was a whole thing and you could see this girl's panic level just rising. It felt so bad for her. Yeah. I got a
regimen. I got a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we did that Saturday night and then Sunday we actually went to mass at the church where the wedding is going to be. It's beautiful, It's like a old school.
I did not think you were going to say that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't tell you. We went to mass on Sunday before we left or before we did the venue walkthrough. We went to mass and it's like this old school, like Catholic church cathedral, beautiful windows, high ceilings. Beautiful.
I think I'm good on this wedding, actually.
Robin, you're awful. Anyway, we went to mass.
I've only been to one at a Catholic church and I remember just being
Was it a full mass?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember being like,
well, I guess if you're not used to it.
I'd never gotten on my knees at a church before.
Oh, yeah. My whole life. So anyway, we went
to
mass.
That was so foreign to me.
Yeah. So we went to mass.
I'm just kidding. I still really want to come.
Okay. So we went to mass and it's a beautiful church. So we all got to see it. And then everyone left except for me and Aunt Ev and Mara and Maddie and Michaela. I went with them to the venue walkthrough.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they had asked me if I wanted to, like if I needed to get back for anything. I was like, no, I can go with y'all. I know.
How special.
It was very special. I felt like, why am I here at first? Because they're like, this is the mom of the bride. This is the mother of the groom. This is the maid of honor. I know. And then they're like, and this is the cousin. I was like, I'm the cousin. But
you're like Mama Kaley.
Yeah, it was. I am getting a little teary-eyed.
Yeah.
I felt very honored that they wanted me to go
and
that I got to be a part of it. And they wanted my input on different things for the wedding, which was awesome.
That's really sweet.
It was very sweet. And the venue's beautiful, hill country, wine country.
Can't beat it. People who aren't from here just don't get it.
They don't get it. It's going to be a beautiful wedding. The
you
church
have to show
is
me
beautiful.
After the church and the venue.
Yeah, the church is beautiful. The venue is beautiful. Like the whole thing is going to be beautiful. My cousin Michaela is beautiful. I mean, she's just the sweetest.
She's darling.
Yeah, I have the sweetest family. So I'm going to start crying. So I'm very excited for the wedding, which is in 3 weeks at this point.
Oh, perfect.
We have family coming in. My Michigan family's coming in. I mean,
Is 3 weeks when my anniversary
Am I
is?
right?
I'm just looking at the date.
October 12th.
Mine's the 14th. What a great date.
Yes.
Mid-October. Highly recommend.
Yep. So I'm very, very
gorge.
Very excited. So
Love it.
Bachelorette weekend was a success. I made the TikTok of it, sent it to everyone, and they're like, so when is round 2? Like we just all had such a good time. So
I love that.
It was lovely.
So special.
Sorry, that was a whole tangent.
No, that's all right.
Okay, Robin, what'd you do this weekend?
That's our episode. I'm just kidding.
What'd you do this weekend?
Nothing. But this
love it.
upcoming weekend is the 20th reunion.
Whoop, whoop.
As of earlier this morning, we sold 57 tickets.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how many people did you graduate with? Just curious.
God.
No idea.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Let me ask. How many people do you think were in our graduating class? ? So we'll find out hopefully So yeah, we sold a lot of tickets. I'm actually really excited about it. I almost let Nate off the hook because of the childcare of it all. And then I was like, no, everyone's going to want him there.
Yeah.
Like Brendan and Michael from high school and, Bethany, Holly, and Katie. Bethany's bringing her husband, Chris. So our kids are going to stay with my in-laws, which Sawyer doesn't know yet and she's not going to love. But then all my other friends are replying like, oh, so-and-so's not coming with me. I'm riding solo. So literally it's going to be Chris and Nate or the spouses, but it's at a pool hall. Like they can shoot pool, they can shoot darts. It'll be fun. I'm very excited. I have no idea what I'm going to wear, but you'll be over doing
But
my
I'll
makeup,
be doing her makeup.
so you can help me pick out what to wear.
I sure can.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, can't wait to hear about it next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have some other exciting news.
Yes. So we talked about it last week and we decided in the moment that we were going to Boston, but then we really decided.
Then we actually booked the thing.
And we got the tickets.
VIP status, baby.
Very stressful situation, but we nailed third row front and center. VIP.
We're seeing the chicks in Boston and we're hanging out with the chicks
Third
before
time's
the
the
show.
charm.
Again.
So excited.
Yeah.
And then we booked all the things with our points.
Dude, points? Game changer.
Points.
Yeah. So
I've been saving them up for a rainy day and
we pretty much booked.
it's going to be a snowy day.
We booked 90% of it with points.
Yeah.
Between flights and hotels, which is
I think we paid like maybe $100 total.
wild.
Yeah.
So Boston, December, we'll see you. Terrified how cold it's going to be, but we'll just bundle up.
Yep. It could be lovely and crisp or it could be a full-on blizzard. We have no idea. But we're very excited.
We're very excited.
Yeah.
Last thing, and then we can actually get into the segments. My Stros, they're making me sweat. We're in crunch time. Now, I will say this. I looked it up today.
I'm like, what game is this?
140. We're at the very end of the season.
Did you see my face? I had no fucking clue.
No, but
because you haven't been talking about it, so I assumed that it
So-
hasn't really been like a thing. I'm like,
Well,
is it starting? No, football season's starting. You dummy.
Robin, we're about to go into playoffs, honey.
Did you see my face? I went like slow mo.
We're about to go into playoffs, and
Okay.
I looked today, and they have a 99% chance of making it to playoffs. So,
Okay.
I say they're making me sweat. The reason why I'm saying it is they won't just lock it up. Like, stop winning 2 games, losing 1. Like, just win a few games in a row and lock it up.
Just do it.
You know what I mean?
Like it's hard?
Exactly. Anyway, so there's a 99% chance we're going to the playoffs, but I wish they would just make me feel a little bit better about it because I'm not feeling great.
When will you know by?
Oh, very soon, within the next week or 2.
Go Stros.
Yes, maybe within the next week. I think I'll know if it's for sure or not.
Yeah.
And then we'll find out who we're playing in the rounds.
Cool.
It's going to be y'all about to see stressful Kaley come out again for the playoffs.
Woo.
Okay. You ready to go to the end then?
Sure.
Just kidding. We're going to the now.
We're going to the now. We decided. Executive decision.
We decided we're going to the now.
Yep.
Okay. So first up on the now. Traitors. So Alan Cummings did a interview and he said that this season is a bloodbath.
I love it.
And it is brutal. He
Bloodbath.
thought he was going to have to break up fights.
What?
He said it got wild in the middle and then it turned out lovely. That's what he said.
He didn't say any names, I'm
No
guessing.
names. He said old Scandival himself is naughty. That's all he said.
I bet he gets booted so early.
I think so too. It's kind of like a nanner situation. Like they're just going to want to.
get
him on
that
out of there.
toxicity out of here.
Yeah. So he didn't say any names. He didn't give any specifics, just that it gets ugly. It was a brutal bloodbath and then it turned out lovely and it's going to be a hell of a ride. So I seriously cannot wait.
I'm looking at it. Interesting.
I'm like, inject it into my veins, people.
I
I know.
almost don't want to talk about it because it's so far away.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to bring it up because I saw the interview.
I know. We cannot wait.
Yes.
Another big topic in pop culture right now is Dancing with the Stars premiered. I haven't watched, but I've seen clips and I do plan on watching. I saw a few things, but the main video that I watched the most of was Anna Delvey and her bedazzled freaking ankle
monitor.
bracelet.
It's uncomfortable.
It's not an ankle bracelet.
No, it's not. It's
an ankle monitor because that would be an anklet.
Come on, Robin.
Yeah. Woof.
It's just uncomfortable.
What song did she do?
She's stiff.
So
Her
stiff.
attitude is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I thought they would do like Jailhouse Rock or something.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you. But Riley and the specialist, they were so cute. I think he needs to just bring it, like, calm down a little bit, settle in. He's a little nervous, like kind of crazy energy.
Yeah.
So I feel like once he settles in, he'll have it right. But
Yeah.
they're very cute and funny to watch.
You think he'll be good though?
I think he'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to be if you're any kind of gymnast.
He's already got the base foundation.
Yeah.
You know?
Holly said she thinks our graduating class was 500.
Mm-hmm.
I think our school was around 2,000, so that tracks.
Okay. And then we have, who else do we have? We have what's his name? Gleb and Brooks Nader, which might be the hottest couple to ever be on Dancing with the Stars. And they are playing into the We Are Banging storyline
Already?
with week 1, they're posting a TikTok every day, if not every other day, insinuating that they're getting it on. And they're both very attractive people.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm like, feed me.
Yeah.
Feed me the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Joey. Joey in his little cowboy hat, his little rodeo dance. Oh my God, he crushed it.
Good.
And Kelsey was in the audience, and they showed her, and she's just
Cute.
grinning from ear to ear.
Oh, that's adorable.
I mean, he absolutely killed it.
Wow.
And my crush on Joey is back. He's just the cutest thing ever. And he did so well.
Love it.
I kind of did like you. I just watched all the clips of the people that I cared about. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't sit down for 2 hours and watch.
I like recording it and being able to fast forward.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get that on my DVR.
And then Dwight Howard with Danielle. I mean, he's 7 foot and she's 4'11". He holds her, and it looks like he's holding a doll.
Like father-daughter.
But
she's a toddler.
But they did so well. He can move.
Wow.
She's so good at choreographing with, she's had another basketball player in the past, and I can't remember who it was. But she did such a good job choreographing, because it was really good.
I mean, you have to have a knack for it when you're it's not
a completely
just,
different
it's not just the
game.
moves, it's the height difference. Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway, so I think it's going to be a good season. I'm excited to stay up to date.
Yeah, me too. I'll get it on my DVR.
There you go. Another show that started this week,
which we can't talk about too much because I haven't watched it.
I won't say too much. All I want to say is the Golden Bachelorette. I said I was going to be watching it.
I just forgot that it was. I would have watched.
Oh, I should have texted you. That's my.
I just don't think it's in my algorithm. I wasn't.
Oh, it's all over mine.
I wasn't even. It hasn't even entered
half my timeline.
My realm. I'm excited now, though.
That's my bad. I should have texted you.
That's okay.
The most wholesome thing I've ever seen in my life. I was a little worried following Gary's season.
Sure. And Jen's.
Well, yeah, and Jen's. But throw those out, people, and watch Jones, because these men are the cutest, the funniest. I mean, they have the personalities for days. You've got some handsome silver foxes. You've got Kelsey A's dad, who is so handsome for an older man. And just seems like the most genuine guy. Y'all, I can't. And then they show the preview for the whole season.
Yeah.
There's no drama.
Well, yeah.
It's just genuine tears and genuine love. Oh, y'all.
It's going to be a hard watch, I think.
I am locked in. Oh, I was doing my makeup while I was watching, and I was like, I can't do this. I kept having to
glassing up again.
I know. I had kept having to redo my makeup. They had their kids send in video messages for them. Y'all,
it's too early for that.
Y'all, I was.
That's toward the end.
I was a mess. It was the most beautiful, wholesome thing I have watched in a really long time.
I love that. Are there any instant favorites, or is it still just too early?
There's some instant favorites.
I mean, you said Kelsey A's dad.
Kelsey A's dad is number one on the list, for sure.
Does he have a name? Sure he does.
What's his name?
Cad.
Mark. His name's Mark. I was like, it'll come to me. His name's Mark.
Okay.
And he's just so cute.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh my God.
I'm going to try to figure out a way to watch it tonight.
Robin, I am locked the F in. It's on Hulu. I am locked the F in. I mean, it is the most wholesome thing. I need you to watch so that we can talk about it.
Oh, 118,000%.
But just be prepared to cry.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now we move on to our last topic, which is not good, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on it.
My stomach just started hurting even thinking about it. So he who shall not be named, I don't want to say his name, was arrested, indicted, all the things. And the findings that have come out about what he's locked up for are so horrendous. So terrible that I understand why people have not come forward sooner. If you thought that he was a bad guy for that video of what he did to Cassie, that was just the tip of
drop in the bucket.
Yeah, the tip of the iceberg, a glimpse into who he is as a person. I have no words. It's so messed up. Like, if you want to know, I think New York Times came out with an article about it. I've heard people talk about it on various like I've heard this multiple times now at this point. So if you don't know, Schmon Schminny Schmomes was arrested. Like, we knew that the feds raided his Miami like complex basically, and there's been allegations against him for what goes back for years now, which we never really heard about because I'm sure he squashed them all.
Oh yeah, you pay people off when you're. I mean,
it involves like schmafficking, like abuse, drugs,
like he called them freak off parties,
extortion. Like it's
awful.
The stuff that he would do, that he would force people to do, the fear mongering that he would do. He needs to be locked up for life.
So now they formally charged him and formally arrested him, and he has not gotten out on bail.
And he can't because initially they set his bail for $50 million, and they're like, no,
that's nothing.
Yeah, he can't.
Nothing. There wouldn't be an amount of money that he wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
And not to make this a little humorous, but the article just chose to mention one of the things that they seized from his home, because I'm sure they seized a bunch of wild
thousands of bottles
of baby oil and lube.
Disgusting.
Baby oil.
Disgusting.
Why am I like lube? No, none of it's okay. But like, you fucking sicko.
Oh no, there's no doubt.
He would force people to do the most wild shit, and then just
so much more is going to come out too. I think it is about to get real bad, and I think a lot of names are going to come out too. It's about to get real bad.
That's the thing, is like, who knew about this? It's like the Harvey Weinstein of it all.
Well, Robin,
he was married to J-Lo.
No, listen to this. He's throwing these freak off parties, is literally what they were called, because you've heard people talk about them. Like Cat Williams has done multiple interviews talking about them. There's been stuff that's come out. Justin Bieber could have been groomed by him. Oh yeah, Robin. I think it's about to get real bad.
Ooh.
I just got chills. I'm telling you, there's a lot about to come out. Names, who was involved, who was abused, who knew about it, who was going to these parties. It's about to get bad.
And nobody could say anything for fear of retaliation.
Yeah, God knows. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that J-Lo was married to him.
J-Lo's been married like 5 times.
I know. It's just like, who knew? Who
it's going to be bad.
Kept it quiet because they were afraid of him. I mean, he's clearly an evil human.
No doubt.
So hope he rots in hell and in jail.
And we'll end it there, folks.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Let's go to fantasy football.
Okay. All right. Fantasy. Boy, did I lose.
No.
Oh, boy.
Got your tush whooped?
Not only did I lose, I received, shout out Betty, the Band-Aid. She does little awards as the commish.
Oh.
And let me just read. Week 2's Band-Aid goes to Robin Barty with only 3 players, bench included, scoring the Dubs digits.
Oh,
and one of those is her kicker. That's a rough start.
That's a tough scene.
It was so bad. It was Murphy's Law. Everything that could go wrong.
Oh, yeah. One of those.
Did. Let me pull up my scores.
She doesn't even want to tell us.
I knew it was bad, like almost immediately on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then it just kept getting worse. I knew it was bad even after Thursday, I want to say. I lost. Well, I made the brilliant move of picking up Achan's backup. Remember?
Yeah.
Achan, who I was playing against, got 22.5.
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
You played him, though?
Well, yeah.
I said only to play him if A-Chain wasn't going to play.
I thought he wasn't going to play.
Mm.
Worthy, 2.2.
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson Jr., 1.2.
Of course, yeah.
Blake Corum, 2.8.
Yeah.
Mike Evans, 4.2.
Yeah, see, that's a wild thing.
Sam Laporta, 1.3.
Mm.
San Francisco defense, 5. Look at my bench. 0, 0, 3, 1, 3, 0, 3, 2.
You may need to make some moves.
I made some moves, but I think it was just like a rough week. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just week.
It happens. It happens.
Anyway, shout out Betty for kicking my ass. She won with like 90 something. So her proj was like 112. And Yep.
That's tough.
That happened.
Okay.
Anywho.
Well, I went 1-1. I guess this is the perk of having 2 leagues, is like at least I can hang my hat on one of them.
Yeah.
I got demolished in my friends league, kind of like you. But
solidarity.
Yeah. I got demolished. It was bad. You know how I was like Joshy Poo forever? I want to say Joshy Poo forever unless it's a Thursday night game and he's on short rest.
Joshy Poo for now.
Yeah. Again, Joshy Poo forever.
For sometimes.
Unless it's a Thursday night game and he's on short rest because it showed.
Yeah.
Brutal because I have him in both leagues.
Yeah.
So that the Thursday night, after the Thursday night game, I was like, oh, I think I'm screwed. Like, I don't even think I can come back from this unless something wild happens.
Yeah.
Because he sucked this week.
Yeah.
Then, to make matters a bajillion times worse, Pacheco got hurt. Pacheco, guys, I have him in both leagues as well.
I saw that.
With the freaking fibula surgery this week.
Yeah, it ain't
6
great.
to 8 weeks, Robin.
That video was tough to watch.
6 to 8. So not only has McCaffrey gone down, who I only have McCaffrey in my dad's league. I have Pacheco in both. So McCaffrey goes down. My top 2 running backs go down. Pacheco's down. And I'm like, how? I don't know. In my friend's league, Pacheco was a number 1 running back.
Yeah.
I think I'm chalked in my friend's league.
Because you only have 1 IR spot, too.
Yes. I have 1 IR spot and my top running back went down.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough in my friend's league, but my dad's league, somehow I won with no McCaffrey. Pacheco goes down. Joshy Poo sucked, but the rest of my people held it down. And I'm so stacked in dad's league. It's like insanity.
Yeah.
So I won there, but I
good.
Got just killed in the friends league.
I heard someone talking about the tackle that guy did on Pacheco, the hip push or hip whatever, and how they read like the exact terminology and it's so vague. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, obviously it was a bad, like, I'm not sure it was purposeful.
No, I don't think it was purposeful.
No.
I think you're in the moment and you're like, I just came and blame these guys. I mean, this is what I think of to always have an excuse to talk about my man, JJ. He tackled Alex Smith and Alex Smith almost lost his leg because JJ jacked him up so bad because he tackled him. But JJ did absolutely nothing wrong or illegal. He's just.
That's why my son will never play football.
There you go. Like it's not, you're just in the heat of the moment. You're competitive. You're playing. So I don't. Down. Yeah, I don't blame these guys at all. Yeah. Although I do blame this guy because Pacheco is down in both my leagues.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough, Robin.
I'm sure he felt bad about it.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
It's going to be a struggle for me. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to keep my hopes high, at least in Dad's league.
I picked someone up, speaking of running backs, because we know I'm
I picked up Pacheco's backup, P. Ryan. In both leagues. I have P. Ryan.
I think I picked him up too.
Yeah, I have P. Ryan in both leagues now because
I did.
He's Pacheco's backup.
I was between him and Deontay Foreman, and I picked up P. Ryan.
Yep.
I wanted to say Perrine.
Yes, it looks like Perrine, but
I did a lot of research and I ended up picking up him. So now our prods are pretty close.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, I have him in both leagues because I had Pacheco in both leagues. So I said, well, let me just get his backup real quick. We'll see what happens.
It's funny that didn't even that's why I picked him up till just now.
It's all good. And then last thing on this is just the Texans won again.
Nice.
Sorry, this is going to be part of fantasy for me because I'm a huge Texans fan. It was ugly, but they won.
Good.
And I'm a happy camper.
You know it wasn't ugly? Texas versus UTSA.
Well, I mean, did we expect anything else?
We are now number 1.
That's awesome.
56-7. Unfortunately, Quinn Ewers got injured. And so Betty and I, we watched it together because the guys went to the game. And so Betty brought the kids over and we were watching it together. But I say watching, I mean, we were like talking.
Yeah.
And every time we would look over, it was another touchdown. And we were like, oh, Arch Manning is in, which I guess is their nephew.
Yes.
Yeah. nephew, cousin-in-law, second removed.
Nephew
Anyway,
sounds right.
he's a Manning.
Yep.
I even asked her, I was like, is he related? And she was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I am not. I just assumed, but I didn't know the relation.
He definitely is. I think he's a nephew.
I thought they put him in just because they were crushing. But no, he got injured like really early on in the game. I think he's going to be all right, but it's not great. We hope he's going to be all right because, I mean, we're number 1 now. Got to keep that up. So go Horns. Texas fight.
She didn't even go there. I always like to call you out on that.
It's all good.
Okay. You ready to go to the Rex?
Yes. Okay, before I get into my rec, I did not know what she was saying. I thought she said she didn't even go there, like talking too much shit about the fact that we won so much.
No.
You meant I didn't go to UT.
She didn't.
I grew up in Austin.
That's fair.
Both my parents went to UT.
That's fair.
Both my parents grew up in Austin. I only went to Texas State because it had a better music education
I
school.
know. I just like to give you shit about it.
So hook 'em horns.
Okay.
And rawr, bobcats.
Okay.
I know it's eat 'em up cats. I was just kidding.
Okay. Let's go. Let's talk about some Rex.
All right. So I watched this show that I didn't think I was going to watch because of the Tiger King of it all. And how I was like, I'm not watching Tiger King.
Just to not watch Tiger
Yeah.
King. Because everyone else was.
Talked about that recently.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard somebody talk about it who I respect, and it's called Chimp Crazy.
Oh, yes.
It's on Netflix. It's only
heard about it.
4 episodes, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was locked in. I've heard mixed reviews.
Okay.
But Nate and I just needed something, whatever to watch. And batshit. These women, it's all women, and they all have male apes. And it's just
As
story.
pets? Okay.
And it's just story after story of these chimps mauling people. There's 911 calls. He's tearing my friend's face off. I mean, the chick whose face was torn off is on Oprah.
Oh my God.
What did her best friend do a year later?
Get a chimp?
Yes.
What is wrong with people?
It's a weird fixation, like obsession. It's
It's on that like My Strange Addiction level freaky.
It's bizarre.
Ooh.
And they keep them in these horrible conditions. This one woman, I don't want to spoiler alert. She fakes the chimp's death because the feds were finally coming in because of PETA. Oh,
is it illegal
no
to have a chimp? You can have a chimp just out there?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you can't, there's certain conditions you have to.
Of course.
So PETA.
What, you got to register your chimp?
You got to register your chimp. Shout out Alan Cumming.
Why?
He's everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's all pervasive.
Literally everywhere.
The pervasive Alan Cumming on this podcast, he was a huge advocate for getting these chimps better living conditions. He was in all of the press conferences.
This man is an enigma.
He was responsible for like this whole push. He put out a personal $10,000 or $50,000 something reward for finding this chimp.
Okay,
she
Alan.
claimed that it died. And she kept it in her basement for a year.
Oh my God.
And then when spoiler, when she finally said, like, they had a fake documentary because she knew who the director was. So they had a fake director. She knew she was being filmed and she thought that this other guy was the director. But when she said that, like, she was worried that they were going to take him, she was like, well, he's got heart failure, so maybe I'll euthanize him. And that's when they called in and they came and took him. And then once they took him to this amazing sanctuary, it's like Save the Chimps or something. They have like 200 chimps on 11 islands. They did all their tests. He did not have congestive heart failure.
God, what is wrong with people, Robin?
And she still is like being interviewed by this after she found out about it, after she found out who the director was. She's still like, well, I might as well tell my story. They have all these zoomed in shots of her getting her lips done, her eyebrows done, and her big blonde hair and her wigs. Tammy or Tanya or something. Woo-hoo. Yeah, if you want to just feel better about yourself, go and watch this show. I recommend it.
Okay, well, it sounds entertaining.
I'm sure it's on par with Tiger King. I just never watched it.
Oh, Tiger King was entertaining.
It's same director.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
My rec vibe switch. It's also a show though.
Yeah.
The Perfect Couple on Netflix. It's just doing me right. I haven't even finished it yet. I'm 3 episodes, so I'm halfway through. There's 6 episodes. Limited series.
Much.
Yeah, don't say much because no spoilers.
I watched it. I've been wanting to recommend it, but I was honestly waiting for you to watch it. So
it's an whodunit.
It's great.
I love a whodunit.
It's great.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman. The girl, Liev Schreiber, is a handsome man in this show. And he's got the swag along with it.
Yep.
And then the girl that was in White Lotus.
I know her from the Bold Type.
Megan.
Faherty.
It's like Faherty.
Faherty or something. Yeah.
Faherty. Something like that. Beautiful.
It's got some extra consonants in it.
I don't freaking know.
I love her.
I mean, she's great.
She's so good.
She is so good. It's good. I'm into it.
The main chick that plays the bride is from this show that I absolutely love. I hope I recommended it on this podcast. I don't know if I did, called The Bad Sisters.
Sounds familiar, so I'm almost thinking you did. Maybe.
I should rewatch that. It's one of the best TV shows I've seen ever. She's either Bono's or John Bon, one of those daughters.
She's Bono's daughter.
Bono's daughter. And her, I'm like, girl, pick an accent.
Yeah, she's not my fave.
Yeah.
But the show is really good.
Dakota Fanning?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's doing a great job playing this snobby bitch.
So good. It's just it's a good watch. It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna finish it tonight, probably.
Good. Text me afterward.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, 6 episodes.
Yeah.
A really good whodunit. It's like a mix of it's like a whodunit, a little Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
A little bit of White Lotus. Like
okay.
A little bit of, I feel like, the uncomfortability of White Lotus.
I've heard that comparison because they're like at like a destination, like they're all at the house.
But I feel like it has a hint of the uncomfortability of White Lotus, but not the full, because White Lotus is very uncomfortable, but this has just like a hint of it sprinkled in there.
I never watched White Lotus.
Yeah, it's an interesting, just has a hint of it. But it's more Big Little Lies whodunit with a hint of White Lotus.
Okay. Yeah, if y'all haven't watched it yet, you've been skeptical, go watch it.
Get it.
Binge that shit.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's all we had.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching and listening on this crazy ride we just took you on.
Yeah. A little bit of an all over the place episode, but I'm not mad at it.
Here for it. Mm-hmm. And make sure to comment and leave reviews. Tell us what you liked about the episode that isn't a body part.
Maybe.
Just a thought.
Okay.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.